how does climate change risk, Chris, affect you right here, right now? How is it affecting your decision-making process as you're breathing in the cloudy smoke that I'm sure you are at the moment?
Yes, Caroline, I wish the sky was as blue as the background behind me, but it is not. It is orange. The sun is orange. The shadows are green everywhere across our state. So smog and the smoke is such a problem. Again, this fall, our state is on fire. We've always had wildfires, but nothing like this. With the heat dome we had last week, climate change is real. And as he said, you got to listen to the scientists. So we incorporate it actually into every single investment decision we make. Our board has been studying the transition to a low carbon future. And I think that has to be an honest discussion in the United States. You can't just shift over to green. You've got to transition. You've got to find jobs for all those people in the middle of the country that are in the oil and gas industry. They call it a just transition, to transition over to a cleaner source of fuel. So it's got to happen, and it's actually got to start now. It can't wait another decade. Then it's going to be, we might.
Yeah, and so Chris, when we talk about, I guess, what makes people care about this, I mean, obviously there is, I guess, the ethical and moral and the concerns just about being responsible citizens. But of course, I'm sure you know, money drives a lot of this. And if you can make people understand the financial costs, that sort of helps to move the needle a little bit more. Being in your seat and having so much money under management and being able to sort of reach out to so many different businesses and other managers out there, do you see them reacting to this from an economic point of view, that they see the economic damage or the potential for economic damage, and that might be the catalyst that gets them to do more?
Romaine, I do, but it is not fully priced into the market. Asset managers absolutely get it. They are all creating ESG products. Now, maybe that's just the flavor of the day, but if you talk to them about long-term business risks, they get it. If a company disposes water in their manufacturing process, you bet they care about the cost of that and the future cost of that. And energy is critical to companies. So the green bonds that they were talking about, right now those trade generally equal in yield to regular bonds, but we're seeing a higher demand. And frankly, the World Bank hopes that those trade at a premium to regular bonds. They're projects-based financing, so they're more discreet generally in the issuance. And I think you're going to see more capital flowing into that area because they recognize as long-term investors, we have to mention it to it. It is a shift that is going to take place in the next 10 years, and it's right in front of us. So it's a long-term trend we can invest in, and it is something that we have to take advantage of, but also recognize it's a huge risk to our portfolio. Stronger storms, not just wildfires, air quality, water quality, but also these kinds of risks that are outsized in the portfolio. You've got two hurricanes, again, heading into the south that may be super strong storms. And as you know, up in New York, you guys have seen hurricanes now hitting Battery Park and flood the bottom end of the island.